Hi, Chris Kuzmo here. We're now going to encapsulate more of our event loop. The event loop has three components. One in which the forces are computed, the force interactions between each of the pairs of our three objects are computed. We also then update the physics for each of those three masses. And finally, we render each of those three masses in graphics. However, each of those three steps is not in itself implemented in a single line in our code. We're going to move towards that in today's video. Let's go to the code. Here's the code, and this first section of code from line 61 through 66 updates the forces between each of the pairs of objects. Let's go ahead and encapsulate that. So that means I'm going to invoke update forces, which is an undefined, I haven't defined the function yet, amongst all of the objects. Now, all the objects are actually stored in the array us, so I'm just going to pass us as the argument for update forces, okay? And I'm going to remove all of those lines of code that individually did those lines of code, that individually did those force interactions. Then I'm going to move up above the main method, which is right here, and just above the main method, I'm going to paste those lines of code that I had, which is like, what? That's no good because it's not inside of the method. Compute forces, which takes an array of matter, so three matter items, which I'll still call us. And then I get these curly braces, I got to take off one of the closed curly braces and put it beyond all this. And so now I have you, me, and him for the items here. So that's okay. I can just make me equal to us of 0 and you equal to us of 1 and him equal to us of 1, us of 2, excuse me, him equals us of 2. The cool thing here is that, and that it should be, of course, me, you, and him need to be declared as matter because they're local variables. So even though they're defined down in the main method as matter objects, they're not defined here. So now 23, 24, lines 23, 24, and 25 declare and define the three objects within the method compute forces. I misspelled compute forces. I put computes forces. Compute forces should be, okay. Oh, well, of course, I need to declare that it is static and void. Now Java is happy. Compute forces has been defined. It's invoked. Oh, it says update forces. Well, we'll call this compute forces. Okay. And I'm thinking that it's happy, or maybe it's compute forces. There you go. Now it's happy. Let's see if the code runs and our objects still get rendered and move as they're supposed to. They're rendered and they move as they're supposed to. So we have encapsulated the update forces, the computation of the force interactions into this single line on line 72 inside our event loop. So this is lovely. Now all we need to do is encapsulate each of the other three sections. This little section here has been mostly encapsulated, and then this section here also needs to be encapsulated. And we'll do that in our next video.